You are listening to the Fringe Radio Network. FringeRadioNetwork.com.
You're listening to Earth Oddity, a weekly odyssey into all the oddity planet Earth has to offer. And now, serving it up are Christopher Tiny Sullivan and John Long.
Hey everybody, we're back again. Earth Oddity Podcast.
That's right.
Bad boys of Southern Evangelical Comedy.
Yep.
The unwanted, I should say that last, the unofficial, the unacknowledged, and the unwanted voices of Southern Baptists across the nation. I'm
That's
Tiny.
us.
Sitting across from me is John.
Yep.
And
Hello. I was going to see how long I could go in this episode with just saying yep, but it doesn't work.
You have a good week.
Yep.
Me too.
I did have a good week. It was my daughter Libby's birthday
Happy
yesterday,
birthday, Libby. That's right.
who usually is the end of every show. That's my daughter Libby. She turned 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She recorded that, I think, when she was 7.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Sounds right.
remember correctly.
Yeah.
So she thinks she's a star because she's on the podcast, and for a lot of other reasons too. So we had a little small party with our family and like
Mhm.
our cousins and stuff. Now next weekend, big party. All the girls are coming. and
Oh,
stuff.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, all of her friends are richer than us, so they were like going out of town for Labor Day weekend and
I
everything.
got you.
And so we have to wait till they can come hang out with us poor folks. Yeah.
Man, I don't know about you, but I'm wanting some cooler weather so bad.
Yeah, me too.
I want it to be fall this past weekend. Even though it was 90 degrees, we got out our fall decorations.
Oh, okay.
We turned on Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
And if I was rich enough, if my power bill hadn't been nearly $300 last month, I would have cut the AC down to 60 just so I could get under a blanket.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that last part we left out. But
You know, I don't think we have any fall decorations.
for real?
We don't really seasonally decorate outside of Christmas.
Okay.
For the most part.
Well, at least you got the big one.
I know we had before we had kids, we had like some Halloween,
Mhm.
pumpkin stuff we would put out. But after
Right.
kids, that's all just like we don't even care anymore, I guess.
Well, now we don't do Halloween decorations because we're Baptist and
You
we
love
don't believe in
Jesus.
Halloween. We
Right.
believe in Fall Festival,
Yes.
which is the same thing, but not like it
But not
at all.
But not the
completely
same.
different.
Yeah.
But we get pumpkins and we have like a little fall wreath with leaves and pine cones and stuff like that.
Do you know Andrew told me that they used to have to dress up as Bible characters on Halloween?
Well, now there's some good Bible
Oh, yeah,
characters.
so amazing.
You can
ones.
dress up as Satan.
Sure.
That's horrifying. That's a
That's
super
true.
scary outfit.
That's true. That's a good one. Yeah, but he was just like, it's so lame. He's like, how many times can you be a shepherd?
Right.
Growing up. He was like, I just, didn't enjoy it that much.
I'd be like, this year I want to go as Leviathan. Okay.
Yeah,
Or the
that would be
behemoth.
good. That'd be good. But yeah, Fall Festival is Jesus approved. Halloween, Satan approved. So
Yes.
choose wisely out there, listeners. Okay.
Granted, one of them may be more fun, but it won't be in the end.
Our church, I think for the first time in our 100 and now 77 year history,
Right.
is not having a fall festival this year.
I know, and it's super sad. At
Yeah.
least it is for me because I always enjoy Fall Festival
Right.
every year.
Yeah, it's always a good time,
Uh-huh.
and you get a ton of candy.
Tons of candy.
Hey, you make more candy coming to the fall festival. You would have to go through 1,000 neighborhoods to get as much candy as you would during fall festival.
And then, like the teenagers, they always get the boxes and do the box maze every year.
True.
And I always wait until I wait until the fall festival is over,
Yeah,
and to which I can go through it.
Okay.
Because when I go through the box maze, it's kind of like
you render it irreparable.
it's like Bugs Bunny when he's traveling underground.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Hudson went through the box maze probably 100 times last year.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I went through it once back when Thomas was little and he wanted to go through it. And I was smaller then too.
Right.
Which, not to brag, I've lost 8 pounds in a week.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, I mean, look out, ladies. Skinny John's about to make a comeback. Okay. I was skinny about 3 years ago. I lost about 40 pounds and then I decided I liked eating a bit more than I liked being skinny.
Right.
But now I have a bet with my boss. So did I talk about that on the show?
You talked about it, but I don't think you talked about it on the show.
So my boss and I have a $100 bet to see who can lose the biggest percentage of our body weight in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to crush him. Now, $100 to him, is not much.
It's like loaning somebody $5 for him.
Right. Well, I'd say maybe 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But $100 to me is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to win because I was fatter than him to begin with.
Because he'd already been working out and stuff.
Yeah. He's been trying to lose weight for a long time. And he's not a hefty guy either.
Mm-hmm.
Shane's a good looking dude. Women love him. It's crazy. We go around to stores together and all like female employees want to take selfies with him. Nobody ever wants to take a selfie with me. Ever. But that's fine. I know my role.
If you were owner of the company, they might want to take selfies with you. Not because they actually wanted them, but because they were trying to kiss up to the boss.
Well, yeah, but Shane's handsome. He's a good-looking guy. I mean, no joke, Shane. I can say
it's like
another
best of
man's
both
good-looking.
worlds.
He's good-looking and rich.
Gotcha.
Like what a combo. Talk about hitting the lottery. Good-looking and rich.
Right.
It's great. And I'm just trying to ride on his coattails.
Mm-hmm.
And I will go as far as he'll take me and as much as I can help him. But I'm going to destroy him. And my plan is to destroy him this month. I don't think he listens to the podcast. If you do, Shane, fast forward like maybe a minute and a half. And I'll win this one. Then I'm going to double and nothing bet him next month. And I feel like I can win next month too. But if I don't, I'll really only have to pay $100 out because I'll have his $100 from winning this month.
Right.
So I'm not going to lose anything, but I stand to make $300 total dollars. So a little weight loss hustle I got going on here.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm Baptist too. So now I've talked about betting on the show. I'm sure I'll get excommunicated. Yeah.
Well, if anyone from our church listened to the show, that might happen.
That's true. What did Jesus say? Like people in your hometown don't even like you,
You know what? It's
very
funny.
True.
When old Kevin, when Dapper Man came to see us.
Yeah.
I remember I told my wife, I was like, yeah, it's just a listener. He listens to the show. He asked if he could come meet us. Yeah. And she's like, where is he from? I'm like, Florida. Well, Florida now, but Ireland originally.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you don't even know. You go to bed with a celebrity every night and you have no idea.
No clue.
No clue.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know how we got off to where we are, considering we're an odd news show. Yeah. But some people like the banter. We've heard some feedback, and some people like the banter.
Gave me a lot of confidence.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I don't know why they do.
But I'm glad. I'm thankful.
I feel like more professional podcasts probably map out, have a roadmap for each episode, and they will maybe say, well, let's talk about what happened here and tell me about your weekend or whatever. We just we hit record and we just start talking.
I think
somehow it's worked out. I don't know.
I think there's a fine line because there's also a lot of podcasts out there where it's just guys sitting in front of a mic talking about whatever.
Yeah.
And truth be told, they're terrible.
Well, they're not as cool as us,
Well, yeah.
I mean, credit to us for being super cool dudes, So I think that we have an advantage over a lot of those people.
True.
Oh, the nerd podcasts.
All the nerd podcasts.
Yeah. That's the Funko podcast or whatever. The people
I had
that are
to
into
listen
those.
to one of those.
You did?
Yeah.
When we were doing that review exchange thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be any worse than the medical coding podcast I listened to. Yeah.
Speaking of, I heard that Funko, the company, is closing shop.
Oh.
So
that's score one for the cool kids.
I was going to say, maybe all those Funko Pops that people were collecting, maybe they'll actually become collectible
Maybe
now.
so. Thomas has a few.
Does he?
Yeah.
All right,
They
nice.
did Secret Santa, which is weird because me and my friends never would have done Secret Santa.
Mm-hmm.
They just decided to do it a few years in a row, and he got those little Funko things every time.
Nice.
Because one of his friends is into anime and stuff. But the two things I've forbidden in my house,
His Pokemon.
You can listen to Cannibal Corpse and Grim Reaper You know, you can listen to all that in my house, but Pokemon and anime is out. I will not have it in my house. Not under my roof.
What about Dragon Ball Z?
That's
I guess
anime.
that falls under anime.
That's anime. It's out. It's out. All right, we're not doing any of that.
Well, speaking of things we're not doing, how about odd news? You got any good stories this week?
I do. Once again, I got a smorgasbord, and I haven't even really narrowed it down, but I know I got a flat Earth story.
Okay.
I always talk about flat Earth anytime I have the opportunity to.
I thought that flat Earth people were just jokers. Like, I didn't think they really thought that.
No.
Until I found out that a close friend of mine
That's right.
was one.
Yeah, no, he's
and
big
I was
time.
like, oh, okay, these people really do exist, and
He's
it's not
big
just
time.
a joke.
And one day I hope we can get him on this podcast.
We need to.
Yes.
Because of
so
his
much
views.
more. Yeah, because there's so much more.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got a flat Earth story for sure.
Okay. Well, I've got a story about a man who called 911 to sell egg rolls.
Okay.
I've got a story about the FBI. But I wanted to start with this, and I'm sure everyone has probably heard this already. It was posted in the group, and it's made the rounds, but it just hadn't made it to us yet. Pilots report mysterious man with a jetpack flying near planes in L.A.
All right. Tony Stark.
Yeah, I was thinking it's Tony Stark or maybe the Rocketeer.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating. Anyway, there's a mystery unfolding in Los Angeles, and it wasn't Buzz Lightyear or Robert Downey Jr., but pilots landing at Los Angeles International Airport on Sunday evening reported seeing a man wearing a jetpack flying near their planes. American Airlines Flight 1997 from Philadelphia to L.A. was the first to report in.
Tower, American 1997, we just passed a guy in jetpack.
The American Airlines pilot radioed to air traffic control.
Just like matter of fact.
Yes. Air traffic controllers sounded stunned in their response, and they asked the pilot for more details. American 1997, okay. Were they off to your left side or your right? The pilot then said the man was flying with a jetpack at 3,000 feet.
Wow.
And he was only about 300 yards from the plane.
Wow.
He was almost close enough to,
get sucked into the jet engine.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
I was going to say peace signs or something.
Go tap on the glass or somebody's window.
Take a selfie.
Yeah.
But anyway, shortly after that, another pilot reported that he too saw the man flying near their plane. We just saw this guy pass by us in a jetpack, the SkyWest pilot told controllers.
Wow.
This is amazing.
It is.
You don't hear that every day, a JetBlue pilot said, only in L.A. The Federal Aviation Administration said that the report was turned over to the Los Angeles police. Authorities have not found any man with a jetpack, or what came close to the plane remains a mystery. The FAA says an investigation is underway. According to the FAA, reports of unmanned aircraft sightings from pilots, law enforcement personnel, and the general public have increased dramatically over the past 2 years. The agency says it receives more than 100 such reports each month. If, in fact, the sightings was of a man with a jetpack, it would have been illegal for him to fly a commercial airline airspace or to fly alongside planes. There are some human jetpacks in development that can reach altitudes of up to 12,000 feet with price tags of $500,000.
Okay.
The size and weight of a person in a jetpack impacting an airplane at the exact wrong spot could potentially bring an airliner down, ABC News contributor and retired Marine Colonel Steve Ganyard said. That is why it is so important for when those technologies come along, drones, jetpacks, taxis in the sky, that people need to fly them in a responsible way and not put the flying public in danger.
Okay.
So
I'll keep that in mind.
Because, I guess it'd be like a missile, right?
Yeah, right. I was like, yeah, if you
take a person and you turn them into a missile.
Yeah. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Terrorists have done a lot worse. Yeah. I mean, they've shot actual missiles at planes and stuff.
And they've also taken them over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With box cutters.
Yeah, with box cutters.
So.
Didn't get that one, though.
No.
Well, they fought them and went down in the
United 93.
Yeah. Now, that's if you believe in all of that, right? Now, we all know Bush did 9/11. That's been long standing.
I tell you what, I don't know about Bush, but there is. I'm not saying I'm not a 9/11 truther here, but I will say that the 9/11 truthers do have some interesting circumstantial evidence.
Sure.
I.e., the guy who owned the Twin Towers, I think it was like a month or 2 months before, he took out this huge insurance plan.
Yes. Yeah, that guy.
And he came out with something like $5 billion.
Well, and everybody knows jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Right? That's the cornerstone of the 9/11 truthers.
Well, now it can't melt steel beams, but I imagine it could get hot enough that it weakens them.
Well, I imagine that a fire could get hot enough caused by jet fuel that might melt steel beams. I don't know, though. And I've never really dug that deep into it because it's just that conspiracy theory doesn't fire me up like some other ones that I'm into.
What are some conspiracy theories that you're into?
I love the Illuminati. I love how they control the world.
Yes.
You know, I mean, once again, I'll put the call out. I'm open to joining the Illuminati.
Well, you know, they tried to recruit us on Instagram that time.
They did. And it's a shame that I just kept joking with that guy and he finally quit talking to me. You know? I don't think he was the real Illuminati.
No.
I don't feel like the Illuminati recruits over Instagram. They're more
probably not.
Twitter, you know?
Yeah.
That's probably their social media platform of choice because that's how they keep the populace stirred up anyways.
I like the idea that there's actually two competing Illuminatis.
Oh, yeah?
There's the Bilderberg Group.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then on the other end, on the other side of the political spectrum, there's Bohemian Grove.
Right. True. Well, and in between controlling all of those people are the Masons. Okay. Everybody knows that. Yes. Right.
Right.
And now I don't want to get myself in trouble here, but I have access to the Masons handbook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're supposed to be buried with it. But a very close relative of mine was not buried with his. So,
you know what degree he was?
He was at the top of the ladder, I think.
For a 33rd degree Mason? Okay.
Right. Oh, I come from the right stock, Tiny. Just so you know. To be a member, that's what I'm saying, you know.
Because here's the thing, like, I've always thought your average run-of-the-mill lodge down the street that your grandpa belongs to, they're probably not running the world.
No, I don't think so either.
But maybe at the tippy top of all those people, there may be some stuff going on. I don't know.
This isn't going to make sense to people who don't live in the Tuscaloosa, Northport area, I don't think. All right, we got two lodges in Tuscaloosa or Northport. One's in Northport, and it's over by the co-op in Northport. I don't know if you know where it is, if you ever pay attention, because it looks like a ranch-style home. You know, it's nothing impressive about it. Now, the other lodge is over across from Prince Avenue off of Hargrove Road. You know that
over there near Forest Lake that they just built.
Yeah, that they just rebuilt. Now, they run the world in that one. And if I was going to join one, I would definitely join that one. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
I think I would want to join the other one because the other one would be like Animal House. You know,
well, true.
Always get in trouble.
They get together there. They're like cooking out and drinking beer and stuff. And the other one, they're like, how can we influence the government?
It's like the other, the one that's over there near Forest Lake that looks like a big, huge temple.
Right.
Like that's the one they're eating babies and dressing up in robes and chopping off heads.
Now, I will not eat a baby, I promise. Okay?
Yeah.
I will sacrifice a virgin if they're of age and willing. Okay?
It's got to be consensual.
Yeah, consensual. But I won't eat a baby.
Okay.
But
good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is good. I mean, I draw a hard line at eating baby. Okay?
Earth Oddity Podcast.
We condemn.
We condemn. We are not for infanticide.
We disavow baby eating.
Yes.
Okay?
I don't know about you. I don't like selling them for scientific research either.
No,
but that's just me.
Yeah, no. I want babies to be babies.
Yes.
That's all I really want. You know, let babies be babies.
Because we don't know which one of those babies, regardless where they come from, like good stock, as you say.
Yeah.
We don't know which one's going to figure out interstellar travel.
Or the Antichrist. You know, one of them's got to grow up to be the Antichrist, right?
Why'd you have to say that now? I want to kill all the babies.
One of them out there aborting the Antichrist.
Satan's like,
they got him again.
They got him again.
Planned Parenthood.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. Why are we laughing?
It's a funny joke, though.
It is funny. It is funny. But anyways, I would join the Illuminati. Love it. I love all the world we're controlling people type stuff. You know, I'm talking Rothschilds, everything. I love all that. I don't know how much of it I believe. You know, I just, nothing's been convincing enough for me to be like, well, these people are running everything. Because if they're running everything, you do a really bad job. You know, I feel like I would do a better job.
Yeah.
Like if you want to eliminate half the population or whatever the Georgia Guidestones say, you know,
Yeah.
well, then it could easily be done. What's taking y'all so long? Just do it.
We should join the family.
I don't even know what the family is.
Oh, dude, there was a documentary.
I'm already a part of two.
There was a documentary on Netflix
Okay.
called The Family, and it's like the Christian Illuminati.
Oh, there's a Christian
That is
Illuminati.
deeply embedded in DC, and they're trying to influence politicians to.
Now I could get in the Christian Illuminati, right? I feel like I could make it in there because I got just the right amount of sliding scale morality that I would do stuff that's a little on the shady side for, you know.
The National Prayer Breakfast every year.
Yeah.
That's like their big.
Oh, that's
look at all our politician friends that we
Gotcha.
got out there, you know, trying to, you know, pass laws for free speech and freedom of religion
right.
and stuff. Yeah.
They're trying to keep America great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
The family. I would have come up with a cooler name. You gotta have
what would our
the
Christian Illuminati name?
I don't
be?
know. On the top of my head, I don't know. The Christianati.
Christianati. The Brethren.
The Brethren. That's pretty solid right there.
Yeah.
That is pretty solid. Yeah. I like that a lot. That sounds ominous.
Yeah, no.
You know?
But it's not.
It's really not. Yeah. No. Yeah, you come to our fellowships and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And maybe even eat some
casseroles.
That's how they get you right there. That's population control from Christians is they make you eat casseroles, you end up getting like diabetes and dying off early, heart disease, all that.
put your kids in this secret program called
What's crazy is there are like probably some atheists out there who actually think all of that. You know?
Yes.
Like, oh no, they're putting your kids in the BBS. What are they doing to them in there? You know? Oh, we're telling them about Noah's Ark and making them like glue some Cheerios onto a plate.
Yeah, and then having them make some kind of art with pipe cleaners
Right.
and forks.
Yes. The endless amount of stuff they send home from VBS almost makes me not want to send my kids to VBS. Because you got to act like, oh, it looks really great, you know, and then
Hey,
throw
they
it away
said
on
this
the
year
slide.
our church is going to do like an adult class
know.
VBS.
I know when they
My
announced
first-
that last week, was like, oh no.
My first question was, they going to get juice and cookies?
Right, I need some Kool-Aid.
I need some
If
juice
I'm
and
coming,
cookies.
I want some Kool-Aid.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, well, anyways, I was going to segue us into my story saying, if you had a jetpack, what would you do?
Oh man, if I had a jetpack, I might be afraid to use it.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not the lightest person.
That's true. You need some power behind it.
But if I really could, if I trusted this jetpack to get me from point A to point B, other than just taking it out and flying
Yeah.
and maybe using it for travel here and there,
You know what I do?
rob a bank.
No. I mean, yeah, that too. Okay. I would go up as high as I could to see if the earth was round. I would put this debate to rest. So let's talk about flat earthers. This is from Vice.com. Everybody knows about Vice,
Yes.
right? They're a little pretentious. They used to be a lot cooler. They've gotten very pretentious over the years. But anyways, flat earthers end up in quarantine after sailing to the end of the world. That's how they get you, by the way. They don't want you to find the end of the world. They're going to put you in quarantine. An Italian couple got lost while trying to make it to the Italian island of Lampedusa, where they believe the world ends.
So that's not even the Arctic.
Yeah,
That's just
right.
like the edge
Well, I
of
don't know.
Italy.
That may be Lampedusa may be down towards Antarctica. I don't know.
Mhm.
You know, several countries own some territory down there.
Right.
Italy was once a world power and would explore a lot. you know.
Yeah.
Isn't that who? Isn't Columbus Italian? He was Italian, but the Portuguese sent him over here, right?
Yes. That's true.
Anyways, after 2020 put a stop to a planned flat Earth cruise, we covered it here on this story.
We did. I was going to ask if that
this
was the
show.
same one.
Yeah, where passengers hope to find the giant wall of ice they believe surrounds our flat disk of a planet. One Italian couple took matters into their own hands. And this is what I like to see. I've been saying this to flat earthers all the time. Make a weather balloon. Do something. You know, like y'all could figure this out. Quit giving me quasi math and stuff to try to figure out. The man and woman, both from Venice, set sail towards Lampedusa an island between Sicily and North Africa to find the end of the world, which they believe is near the Sicilian island, reports Italy's La Repubblica, which I'm already going to call these people stupid. Not for believing flat earth, believing the earth ends in the Mediterranean. Right?
Yes.
You know? Like, come on, man.
I mean, if you believe that, do you just think North America doesn't exist?
Well, do you think that they got this idea because all the maps in the back of the Bible are just in the Mediterranean? You know, like Paul's journey and stuff?
Maybe.
They're like, look, right here's the end of the world.
I want these people to sail all the way to the Caribbean and be like, oh my goodness, there's a whole new continent out here that no one's ever known about.
That's right.
I claim this land in the name of Spain.
Having sold their car to buy the boat, a town in northern Sicily, the couple had to sail around the island to make it to Lampedusa, which I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm not Italian. To all of our Italian listeners, I apologize. Which I'm open to joining the mafia too. Okay, I love the mafia. I'm fascinated by the mafia, which in the last decade has become a common transit point for migrants and refugees trying to make the treacherous journey from Africa to Europe across the Mediterranean. Unfortunately for the Flat Earth duo, they didn't quite make it to their intended destination, ending up instead on Usitica, an island situated just northwest of where they set off and a very long way from Lampedusa. A doctor at the Maritime Health Office of the Ministry of Health, his name was Salvatore Ziccici, who helped the couple after they got lost, revealed they were using a compass to navigate. This, he said, presented a problem. The funny thing is that they orient themselves with the compass, an instrument that works on the basis of terrestrial magnetism. A principle that they, as flat earthers, should reject. I'd agree. We got poles on either end of our globe, right?
I mean, I'm sure they've come up with something.
Yeah, right.
But if, and again, I don't know, but could a disk Earth, could it still have a magnetic field around it? I don't know.
I have no idea. But I do know that they don't know how to use a compass if they're going the wrong way, which to them is probably further proof that the Earth is flat because the poles didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
The couple were taken into quarantine before trying to escape and being taken back to quarantine and then failing to escape once again. After they had decided to stay put and fulfill their required time in quarantine, the couple abandoned their doomed boat and took a ferry back to the mainland in Italy.
Oh, man, they had to abandon their boat?
Yeah. The story represents yet another setback for the flat earther community, widely mocked for their belief that the earth is in fact flat and not, as it consistently has been proved, round, or to be precise, an irregularly shaped ellipsoid. So, I know we got some flat earthers that listen to us. We have to, right?
Yes.
All I want to do is just have one of you guys just let me know what's up. Like, how can we not strap some phones to a balloon and just send it up?
Well, every time they've been asked that, they come back with fisheye lens.
But can't we get a regular lens camera?
Maybe that's...
Is it that difficult to get a regular lens camera?
Maybe all cameras are fisheye lens, maybe.
Is that true?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not either. I'm not a photographer.
Neither am I. I've posed for several photographers and have helped several photographers.
Uh-huh.
Most of my posing was boudoir, just for Deidre, just between me and her, you know? Yeah, I don't know, but can't we get the technology, like whatever we need to get the right lens for all of this? And let's make it happen. It can't be that difficult.
You can't do it without the Globenati putting you in quarantine and shutting down your experiments.
Well, Mad Mike, what was his name? He tried.
Rest in peace.
We saw what happened to him.
Yeah.
Some are saying he died because he didn't come on our show. We were the first people to reach out to him, you know? That's the Earth Oddity curse right there. If we ask you to come on the show, you better come on. Talking to you, Gabe.
Speaking of which, I need to delete his phone number out of my phone.
No, just call it after a while. Let's call it on the show.
Let me see if I still have it. I know I did it one time.
If somebody answers this out loud, we don't even know if he died.
Man, we're fixing to do this. Let's see here. Contacts, search. Yep, right here it is. It's been disconnected.
Man,
this is depressing. Right here on the show, I'm deleting Mad Mike Hughes' phone number out of my phone.
That's tough.
Man.
Tough for Mike. Rest in peace, Mike. I hope you're in heaven. I'd like to talk to you one day.
Well, anyway, this next story I have here comes from the BBC, and the FBI, when they're not digging through Anthony Weiner's computer,
Okay.
and when they're not reopening their investigation into Hillary Clinton's emails,
Yeah.
FBI is worried that Ring doorbells may be spying on police.
Oh, spying on the police.
Yes.
Okay, that's an interesting angle.
What are the police doing
Right.
that would make you worry that the public may be watching what they're doing?
Well,
It's
and
just I think it would cause any person to just ask that question.
now let me just ask the FBI a question. If I'm in public and not in a home,
Mm-hmm.
then if you videotape me doing something or surveil me doing something, then that's not spying, right?
Well, it is spying, but I don't know. Is
Because
it
I'm
spying?
in public.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say I'm in my yard
Mhm.
and I'm doing some crazy stuff. Whatever you want. I've done a lot of crazy stuff, so just pick one.
You got the hose and you're cleaning out your doll.
And the FBI is videotaping me doing that.
Yes.
Then they're not spying on me, right? I'm in public.
Right.
So I would think your Ring doorbell is just filming the public,
Mm-hmm.
Public spaces or whatever.
Right.
I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know.
What if I'm running for public office? Say
Okay.
I'm running for president.
All right.
And
You got my vote.
and if the FBI is wiretapping the phones in my tower,
That's not
is that spying?
that's not illegal. We have a whole crazy warrantless wiretapping court that just apparently rubber stamps anything that comes through there. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm saying that as not a Trump fan, but like if
Yeah.
you just as a fan of, hey, let's be honest and open government, that thing's problematic all the way around.
There was, if I'm not mistaken, there was an amendment in the Bill of Rights
Yeah.
against illegal search and seizure.
That's true.
So-
That's exactly right. No, you're not mistaken.
Right
on
now,
that.
there's a man living in Russia under exile
Yeah.
for telling us about it.
That's true.
And like nobody cares.
Well, I mean, some people do.
Yeah.
The FBI cares about him. Yeah.
I just, what I care about? I care about those TikTok follows. Anyway,
Yeah, let's get back to this.
hacked documents suggest that the FBI is concerned that some people may be using Ring or other smart doorbells to watch the police.
Okay.
The papers describe a 2017 incident where someone remotely watched live footage of police preparing to serve a search warrant. The information was found online by The Intercept among hacked documents. Previously, privacy advocates have raised concerns about data from smart doorbells being shared with the police. The hacked papers, known collectively as Blue Leaks, were stolen from more than 250 police websites. The document in question is a technical analysis bulletin offering an overview of the opportunities and challenges for police from home security systems and smart doorbells. The 2017 incident describes how someone under investigation was able to covertly monitor law enforcement activity while law enforcement was on the premises and alert his neighbor and landlord. It does not name the brand of video doorbell used. Amazon's Ring is one of the most popular, but there are a variety of companies selling smart doorbells along with home surveillance kits. It is an interesting twist on the smart doorbell story. Previously, there have been concerns about how much information from private cameras is being shared with police. Amazon was criticized last year for partnering with at least 200 U.S. law enforcement agencies to allow surveillance via its Ring doorbells. Under the partnership, police officers can ask customers to share videos and information about crime in their areas. At the time, digital rights group Fight the Future said that it undermined our democratic process and basic civil liberties. In the UK, Wiltshire police have set up a database of private smart doorbells and security cameras, and residents are being asked to register theirs. So, you know what? I've told my kids this, that whether it's right or whether it's wrong, when you leave your house,
That's right.
and you should just expect that somebody somewhere is videotaping you. That's just the reality we live in nowadays.
Well, and that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I think when you leave your house, you have no expectation of privacy.
Right.
Like legally. I don't know if that's true or not, But I know that's why you can videotape the cops kneeling on George Floyd's neck and all, because they're in a public space, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're in a private business, they may can shut you down on video, but they're probably videoing you. I don't know.
They absolutely are videoing you.
You're on their premises then. So it's like, I got a video of a dude pulling a gun on me at Roly Poly. Or I told you that story?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you did tell me that when you first had your security camera set up in your sandwich store, that became like your...
Oh, yeah.
That was the hot new reality channel.
Yeah.
Was to
I got
watch that
obsessed
camera.
with it for a little bit. It was pretty funny.
But no, I didn't know somebody pulled a gun on you.
Yeah, I actually knew the guy.
Okay.
He was a little drunk.
Ah.
Yeah. And came in at closing time one night and started hollering. I was back in the kitchen while I walked up towards the thing and I saw him. I was like, look, you don't want to be coming in hollering. That's how you end up getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
And he jumped up on my counter, pulled a gun, a 9mm, pointed it at me, racked a shell into it.
Dang.
And pointed at me for a second. I was totally calm and cool. I didn't believe he was going to shoot me or anything. And then he ejected all the other shells out, just like instead of taking the clip out. He did all of them, like all 9 or 10 or how many ever is magazine.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Magazine clip. Gun nerds get really mad if you call it the wrong
It's a
term.
magazine.
Yeah.
Don't call it a clip.
Yeah, they get really mad if you say the wrong
Unless you
thing.
want to be called a sissy.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And then fell off the counter. Backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I picked up all his bullets, handed it back to him, and he stumbled on out the door and went on about.
Dang.
And it's still on my phone. I'm almost
Did he
positive.
even remember it?
The next day I went to see him, and I was like, hey, you remember pulling a gun on me? He was like, no. And I was
Golly.
like, yeah, no, it was ready to fire, and it was pointed right at me. I was about 3 feet away from the barrel of it. And he was like, man, I'm so sorry about that. I was like, yeah, alcohol and firearms are a bad mix.
I've never heard a good story that involved
That's
those
right.
two things together.
Yeah. But the weirdest thing is how calm I was. I could have died.
Yeah.
I mean, very easily could have died, which I'm fine with that.
I tell you what,
barely
you're a
like
better
being
man
alive.
than me, because when that last cartridge flying out of that slide,
Yeah.
I would have beat the crap out of the dude.
I'll see if I can find it, and I'll put it in the Discord.
I would have immediately roundhouse leg sweeped his legs out from under him and just beat like Cobra Kai. Just strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
He fell off of the counter. I know, he did. I'm all right. Just time out. Let me look at my videos here. I have 305, but this has been a long time ago. So it shouldn't be that hard to find. There it is. Here you go. I'm going to show you.
You need to post this in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll put it in the Discord.
Daggone. Golly, dude.
He's about to, I guess. It's only 58 seconds long. On his butt. And now he kicks the trash can and walks out the door.
Dang.
So yeah, that's good radio right there.
You almost died.
I could have. Interestingly enough, not the first time I've had a loaded pistol pointed in my face. So there we go. I even forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about the FBI's worried that ring doorbells are
ring
spying on the
doorbells.
police.
Yeah, so you don't have an expectation of privacy in public. So I don't know why they would be mad about people looking at them, unless they're up to some stuff they shouldn't be.
Well, the FBI is upset that the public is aware that snitches get stitches and that snitches aren't snitching no more.
Right.
So.
And calling their neighbors going, hey, they're outside about to raid your house.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the neighborly thing to do.
I don't want to get on this whole thing about Breonna Taylor, but I have never in my life been a fan of no knock.
No.
Because people die.
Right.
We saw that happen in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes. Now, her neighbor said that the cops were knocking so loud it woke them up. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that it was technically a no-knock warrant or not.
Right.
Because I've heard a lot of conflicting stuff on it. Either way, I'm not for cops busting in houses for the most part anyways. Let's wait till they come outside.
It's not safe for the cops.
Yeah.
There's been plenty cops shot at.
Oh, yeah.
During these raids and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea for everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next story.
Let's see which one I want to do. A salon. Salons are big in the news this week. Big week for salons. Not going to talk about the salon you think I'm going to talk about, though, because I don't even care about that. A salon had to remove a job ad for happy stylist because it is discriminatory against unhappy people. A hair salon says it was told by a job center it couldn't run an advertisement recruiting a happy stylist because the word is discriminatory against unhappy people. Now, this is from England. Okay, so Sadie, these are your people over there. All right.
Quick question. Is the ad for stylist not discriminatory against people who are not stylists?
That's a very good point. Allison Birch listed a job for a part-time qualified hairdresser at her AJ's unisex hair salon in Stroud, England. The position called for someone with 5 years of experience of working in a salon who is confident in barbering as well as all aspects of hairdressing, and the advertisement stated, "This is a busy, friendly, small salon, so only happy, friendly stylists need apply." But on Wednesday, Birch said she received a call from her local job center informing her that they could not run her ad because the word happy is considered discriminatory. Birch claims the job center told her that the advertisement may make some people feel they cannot apply if they do not consider themselves to be a happy person. Birch shared the conversation she had with the job center on the salon's Facebook page. So check it out after you join our group on Facebook. You can go look up this post. She claims the man at the job center said to her, "I'm sorry, but the word happy is a discriminatory word, and we aren't allowed to use it as somebody who is not happy will be discriminated against." According to Birch, he then asked, should we change the word in case somebody thinks that they can't apply for the job because they are not a happy person? Birch said she was questioning herself. Was I being a bit sensitive, and is the word happy discriminative on this whole world all gone mad? Or has this whole world all gone mad? I would say the latter. You know?
Yes.
Especially in America. And plenty of Birch's customers agreed with her outrage over the job center's ridiculous stance on her advert. Karen Evans, of course she's named Karen, commented, "The world has gone absolutely mad. Does this mean that every descriptive word is discriminative? Happy, tall, smart, elegant? Good luck with your search." Julie Thickens added, "I thought this was a joke. Realizing it clearly isn't has left me absolutely speechless," although she just typed about 12 words. What has the human race come to? And Charlie Brown, a celebrity weighing in.
Good grief.
You cannot make it up. How ridiculous are they being? Stick to your guns, Allie. You are a happy salon, and if some numpties, I've never heard that word.
I hope you didn't just curse in British.
That may be British cussing. Cannot deal with that wording, then tough. So that's the end of the article. But I never would have thought happy would be a discriminatory word.
Maybe if we want to get technical, how about you need to at least be able to act like you're happy when you're on the clock?
Yes.
Any job where you're serving customers and the public is coming in, you want your employees to
appear
to be nice, right? To be happy,
yes.
to at least appear like they're happy.
The very bottom tier of customer service is at least having a good attitude and being helpful for your customer. Mm-hmm. And part of that is being cheerful, I think, to a certain degree. You ain't got to be over the top. We've all been to that place where somebody's over the top, too happy.
Right.
And that makes me not want to come back there as much as a person who is not happy at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know it was discriminatory.
But someone who's cutting your hair, you don't want them acting like they're going to go home and, slit their wrist or something.
Yeah, well, they have like very sharp instruments close to your head.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's true. You want someone that has a good attitude.
Granted, if you need like a team of coders who are just going to sit there in front of a computer and not talk to anybody, you probably don't care how they feel.
Right. Or down at the old tire plant.
Yes.
You don't
care. We
have
lots of unhappy people that I work with every day.
But in my line of work, we need people who have a good attitude and are happy. Mm-hmm. About at least pretend to be happy for our customer. Now, we would love for it to be genuine happiness, but we all have to deal with some difficult customers sometimes. That's just part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope this lady finds a happy. Maybe you should just put enthusiastic.
But that's discriminatory against non-enthusiastic people.
Is it? Yeah. I don't know.
Tell you what, it's hard for me to get enthusiastic about my job.
Is it?
It is.
Well, I love my job.
I'm glad you love your job.
I do.
I tell you what.
I truly do love my job. I don't even say that. I like it.
There was a time I loved my job as well, but I don't know. I think it's something when you get that midway point, you get 15 years in and you start thinking, man, is this my life now? You mean I'm not going to be famous or
We're working on the famous part, Tiny. I'm doing my best to help you. Okay.
Yes.
I'm doing my best. No, I can see that though.
Well, anyway, this is going to be my last story here. And I tell you what, I'm not really sure how I feel about this. This is a man who was arrested after calling 911 and asking the dispatcher if they wanted to buy egg rolls.
Okay. That's a salesman right there for you.
Yes.
You know? He's ready to make a sale. Nobody gets paid until we make a sale. That's the bottom line of the U.S. economy.
Yeah.
Sales drive the world.
Anyway, this happened in Memphis, Tennessee. A man was arrested after he reportedly called 911 many times.
Oh, yeah. He's desperate. He's got a month-end quota to meet.
And he asked the dispatcher if they wanted to buy egg rolls. Court documents say that Hugh Nugent has called 911 approximately 1,171 times since July 15th
All right.
of this year, John.
He's got to move some product.
Without having an emergency. Nugent reportedly called 911 241 times on September 1st and then 32 times. Sounds like he's getting a little lax there.
That's right. He found another outlet to make some sales.
Yes. During one of the calls on September 2nd, he reportedly asked the dispatchers if they wanted to buy egg rolls, but then he hung up.
Oh,
He didn't even get an answer.
got to follow through.
Maybe he was afraid they were tracing the call. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Memphis police found him in a shopping center in an area of Ridgeway and Winchester, and then they took him into custody. So that's a very short article.
I'd like to know how his egg rolls tasted.
Yes.
You know? I mean, curiously.
I mean, obviously, you can't have a guy who's just calling 911 hundreds of times a day, every single day. I understand you can't allow this to happen. It sounds to me like they gave him plenty of They gave him 1,171 chances to quit.
Right.
And he didn't do it.
Yeah, I thought they came and got you the first time.
But,
and told you,
yeah.
Like the cop showed up.
But old Hugh here, who I don't know. I think maybe he just needs a friend.
Yeah.
Look, if you look at him, he don't look like a guy who's out causing trouble.
No.
He looks like a guy who just,
he wants a good
he's
egg roll.
lonely and he wants to sell some egg rolls.
Sell some egg rolls.
He don't want to be a failure in business and get sent back to wherever he's from. You know?
I mean, I'm sure the egg roll business has slowed down with coronavirus and restaurants being shut down. Times are tough.
If we have any listeners in Memphis and Tennessee, go eat some egg rolls.
Yeah, go find this dude, get some egg rolls, and then roll over to the Bass Pro Shop that's shaped like a pyramid where the Southern Illuminati runs. Now, that's a basketball arena, or it used to be.
Uh-huh.
And University of Memphis used to play there. Saw an Amazing Fish concert there back in 1999. So, well, let's move on to an egg roll of a different type. Why? All right, just a disclaimer. This is a sensitive subject in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So if you're younger, censor yourself. If you're listening to this without your parents' permission, censor yourself. If you're squeamish as I am, censor yourself. Okay? A woman bites husband's private parts over a rat.
Please, no! 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 No!
Oh, no.
Now, this comes from the ZambianObserver.com.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows the Zambian Observer.
Trusted news source.
Yes.
Wife bites hubby's tools over rat. A 52-year-old man is nursing a serious wound on his private parts after his wife allegedly savagely bit his manhood for refusing to kill a rat in her room. Copperbelt Deputy Commissioner of Police Bothwell Namswa confirmed the incident in an interview yesterday. Mr. Namswa said Mr. Munsota picked a quarrel with his wife, Mukupa, who is 40. Wow, he's 14 years older than her. The dude's robbing a cradle over a rodent that was pestering her in her room. He said Mukupa had gone to drink and that when she returned home, she asked Musanda if he could remove a rat in her room. Musanda and Mukapa are on separation, but they live in the same house in separate rooms. That's tough. And that's the end of the article. So they're separated.
Yeah.
Still living in the same house. She comes home. Girl's not out. Been drinking. Got a rat in my room. She's like, hey, can you come get this rat for me? And he says, no. And then she does a little chomp chomp on his pee-pee.
I feel like we missed some steps from refuse to kill a rat to bite on the junk.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
Like, I would imagine it would be difficult for a woman
maybe he's sitting around
to
naked.
do that without any false pretenses involved, right?
Well, maybe he's sitting around naked, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
some
maybe.
people lounge naked.
Yeah.
I did before we had kids. I used to sit around naked all the time. Yeah, no joke.
Right.
That's probably why we got 3 kids, you know. Definitely because of the cause of the first one.
Yeah.
So maybe he's sitting around naked. But, I mean, you got to be an
But it's not like you don't see that coming, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to be. That's a quick strike. You know?
Yes. Like a cobra strike.
Right, it is. And or he's very slow getting out of the way. Yeah.
I don't know.
But
he is 52.
I got to take his side on this. If we're separated, well, I ain't got to do nothing for you. You know?
You kill your own rats.
Especially if you're the one that decided to initiate the separation. That's on you, girl.
Yes.
You know? I'm fine over here hanging out naked in my room. I'm watching some football. I'm having a good time.
And you want me to put down my PlayStation controller
Right.
and come in there and kill a rat for you?
No. Should have never decided you want to leave me.
Maybe he was like, it's going to cost you, but she wasn't willing to pay the price, so to speak.
Maybe that was part of the negotiation.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then she was about to get into it and decided otherwise.
Maybe.
You know, I don't know.
I think that's what happened.
I'd kind of like to let a rat get out of my house, see what I could negotiate. Yeah. Hey, that turned out pretty good for the old Johnster. I don't know.
But then it's like, I mean, do you have to kill the rat first?
Yeah.
But then what if she backs out? The only fair way to do this is you take me halfway.
Right.
I kill the rat, then you finish up.
We're going to do this deer. You're going to have to be very agile. You follow my lead. It's like a dance. Here.
Oh, man. I feel like we need a chalkboard here for the logistics on this.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, man.
That's tough. The only thing that could make this man feel better is some world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, and we want to thank them for all of their support. Check them out at their website, CajunCurl.com. You can order their spice and their Cajun Curl cutter for potatoes all right there on CajunCurl.com. It was created on the Elm Bayou in Evangeline Parish, Louisiana, and is a seasoning that goes on everything. If you like cooking or eating, this is a spice for you. Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice goes well with chicken, beef, pork, potatoes, and anything else you can think of putting it on. The spiral potato cutter is absolutely amazing. It's easy to use, it's easy to clean, and it will allow you to make your own chips using the Cajun Curl spice. If you want to turn your next cookout or event up a notch, imagine whipping up a batch of homemade potato chips. Or just consider your separated wife comes home and wants you to kill a rat for her. What if you just whipped out a batch of homemade potato chips and handed it to her?
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot better than the alternative, at least from what I've seen. On their website, CajunCurl.com, you can not only order the original Bayou Blended Spice, but the Cajun Curl chip cutter as well. You'll also find recipes that are absolutely mind-blowing. You can locate your nearest retailer or order your own. If your local grocer doesn't carry world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, ask them to start stocking it now. Here locally, it's available at Bowles Fresh Market on Skyland Boulevard, South's Finest Meats, Mark's Martin downtown Northport, and the Piggly Wiggly on Lurleen Wallace. All their products are made in the USA, so not only do you enjoy the taste of Cajun Curl, but you also feel patriotic while you enjoy your meal. It's all natural, it's low salt, and it has a little kick to it, and it doesn't burn your lips. Now, in the Facebook group, Jacqueline put some Cajun Curl popcorn, a picture up.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, man, it made my mouth water, especially since I'm trying to lose weight and I couldn't eat any of it. So you can put it on your popcorn, you can put it on your meats, you can put it on whatever you want. World famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice tastes the spice but not the heat. Check them out at CajunCurl.com and use our promo code EOP10 to get a 10% discount.
Because we ask that you use the spice, but we don't ask you to pay full price.
That's right.
All right, John, let's go to the phones.
Okay, 1 second. I got called a sissy on the phone last week. Make it called a sissy on the phones this week. I don't know. But Lindsay, who works with me, agreed that I was a sissy too. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, via text message. Didn't have the heart to tell me in person. So,
Didn't have the heart or didn't have the guts?
The guts, right.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Anyway, our first call here. Let me start that over. Our first call comes from Jackie.
Please don't edit any of that.
Hey, John and Tiny, it's Jacqueline. Super exciting here, everything. My new house is almost ready, and I'm so excited to move in, so that's been very busy but very stressful lately. So I actually missed last week's episode, and I didn't get to listen to it till Sunday. It was crazy. I've never been that late missing an episode before, but it was really good anyway. So the Confederate statues, you were saying you don't have Confederate statues up north. We actually have some in Canada. They're not quite Confederate statues, but they're Fathers of Confederation, and one got torn down in Montreal last week. It was a statue of our first Prime Minister, John A. Macdonald, and it's due to his treatment of Indigenous people. So, it's not just the South, it's happening here too. As far as the Catholicism thing, you were asking how you become a Catholic. Can you just sign up? No, you cannot. There's something called the RCIA, which is the Rite of Christian Initiation of Adults, which is how you become a Catholic if you're over the age of infant baptism, so if you're older than a kid. So essentially, it takes approximately 8 months. You need a sponsor, and you do have to complete RCIA in order to convert, whether you're coming from a Protestant or a non-Christian faith. You have to go through RCIA if you need a sponsor. So if you guys are still interested in converting, I am a Catholic. I have my card, and so I can help you out through sponsorship there. And also, you need it if you plan to marry a Catholic. So, anyways, great show. Loved hearing from Nicole last week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
All right. So I was pretty much right.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But I am not changing to Catholicism or any other denomination.
It's too much work.
I already got one set of rules down. I don't need to, I don't want to learn a whole nother set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could see myself becoming like Pentecostal.
Oh, yeah?
Just for the show.
That'd be fun. They get down,
Yeah.
I'd probably go Methodist if I was going to go.
I mean, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm probably going to stay a Baptist, even though I don't know how to do anything fun in life.
Well, yeah. That's the only downside of being a Baptist.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the potluck dinners are off the chain.
The food is the best.
Or at least they used to be before this stupid pandemic hit.
And it's good to know people in Canada are pulling down statues too.
Yeah.
Proud of that. I'm all for statue toppling, just because I enjoy the chaos.
Unless it's an Earth Oddity statue,
or like one of the ones on the Walk of Champions. Like if you get out there and you're gonna tump over Gene Stallings, I'm gonna come and fight you.
Right.
This is the way it's gonna go. Nick Saban has the weirdest looking statue.
He does. The head's too big.
Yeah, I mean, it is just so weird. I'm sure when he walks by, he's just like, "Oh man, why did I let y'all put that up?" But he was all in on letting like a student do it or something, which is a big mistake. Should let the people who did the other statues that all look really good down. But y'all go touching Bear Bryant or Wallace Wade. We're gonna be fighting. Okay.
Nick Saban, he actually led a Black Lives Matter march in town last week.
Made a lot of Alabama fans mad.
And you know what? I just want to say for the record, I don't understand why it's been as divisive as it was, because they didn't light anything on fire.
No.
They didn't tear up anything. All they did was march and say Black Lives Matter. I'm all for that. I think they should be held up as an example for all the other protests.
They marched. Now, let's get it right. They marched about 6 blocks. Okay. It wasn't very far.
Once again, they should be held up as an example for all the other marches,
which is great. But I didn't get all the outrage over that either. I mean, I saw several people like, I'll never watch Alabama football again. And in my mind, I was like, good, more tickets for the rest of us. You know, like now we ain't got to worry about you.
Especially this season when they're only allowed to sell 20% of the seats anyway.
But I've mentally made a note for everybody, and I better not see you posting anything about Alabama football ever again. Okay?
Did you really make a list?
No, mentally I do.
Okay, you need to go ahead and write that out on paper.
I will never forget it. I'm so vindictive, I will never forget it.
Because if they do,
I'm calling them out.
Not just you. This needs to be shared out.
Yeah.
So everybody can. Oh, I thought you were done with Alabama football.
You're done. You're done. You wrote them all. That's fine.
Yeah.
All it took was some people going, "Hey, I think black people need to be treated fairly," and for you to leave. Yes. That's a bad look for you. You know?
It really is.
It really is.
Now, I mean, had they had they set a bunch of businesses on fire,
right?
Then yeah, you know what? Maybe you got a point. Right. But they were completely, class all the way, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely. I mean, that's the way everybody's like, well, we'll have a peaceful protest.
Well, we just had one.
We just had one, and now you're mad
about it. Not one of those CNN peaceful protests where there's a car dumped over on fire in the background, like a legit peaceful protest.
The people who got mad about that, it blew me away.
Me too.
I was just like, man, you guys y'all have lost it. But that's fine. You know, like if you don't want to root for Alabama, that's cool to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I could be the only person in the stadium. I'd still be happy.
They're going to be good with you, or they can be good without you too.
Right. Yeah. They're going to do it with us or without us, either way.
Unless you're like a 5-star kicker, you're not going to have any effect on our team anyway.
No. Yeah. I'm sure Nick Saban would like cried himself to sleep at night knowing that you and all the money you don't contribute to the university is decided they're going to walk away. Yeah,
their TV ratings are going to be like 0.001% down because of you.
And I would say, to my knowledge, to a man, because I didn't see any women getting really mad about it. It's all guys that were saying they were never going to watch football before and never once attended any classes at the University of Alabama. They don't even know where Foster's Auditorium is. They couldn't find 10 Whore, any of the places where you go. So yeah.
Anyway, our next one comes from Dapper Man himself.
Okay.
Hello, it's me, Kevin. I just want to thank you both for showing me around. Well, mostly Tiny for showing me around.
That's right.
Tuscaloosa. It's grand.
Busy man.
Also want to thank you, John Short, for actually taking the time to come and see me. I know you have your things to do and so forth. I greatly appreciate the time you put forward to it. Right now, I just now left Texas as I'm still traveling around. There's some things that's pretty interesting in Texas so far. I've only been here for a couple of hours. And one thing I can tell you is that they are big into tacos. I'm not sure if you've ever been to Texas or not. I never have. It's my first time. But they are big on tacos. I've never seen tacos sold everywhere, even at coffee shops. Yes, that is correct. They have tacos in coffee shops. That just kind of blew my mind. It's almost like not something that you want to combine together. It's like a Drano system for your body. But anyhow, kind of makes me miss seeing elephants painted everywhere. Thank you, Tiny, for explaining to me the meaning of Roll Tide, because apparently no Alabama fans, at least the ones in Florida, wanted to tell me what Roll Tide meant. I'm not sure if they really knew what Roll Tide meant or they were just keeping it secret, but thank you. Now I understand what the phrase Roll Tide comes from. And don't be too distant. If you ever want to come to Jacksonville, Florida, I'll be more than happy to show you around and show you some great places. Although I think the only barbecue place I could probably take you to now is Gator's Barbecue, because that takeout place that you took me to, oh my goodness, I still have not had barbecue that great. That was absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for that. If I come to Tuscaloosa again, which I more likely will, because I travel a lot, I am definitely going to that barbecue place. And hopefully there will be no mask and sit down and chat. That was probably the best restaurant I've had so far, besides some tacos here in Shreveport, Louisiana. So take care, have a lovely day, and stay on.
The takeout place he's talking about is Archibald's.
Oh, yeah.
We got Archibald's
Archibald?
one night, and which they didn't have seat in, or they didn't have dine in.
Yeah.
But I was like, you got to try this because Dreamland is the thing that everyone kind of knows about Tuscaloosa, but this is the barbecue that is really hidden gem that will. This is the real stuff. So
the locals know about Archibald.
Yes,
and select people who went to college here or whatever. But everybody knows Archibald's better than Dreamland.
For the
Although
audience,
Dreamland's not bad.
no, it's not bad,
Yeah.
but it's all about the sauce.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the audience listening, do you know how Roll Tide,
Yeah.
the origin of the?
Yeah. Well, they said our team looked like a Crimson Tide.
Yes,
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what game it was, but a game way back a long time ago.
It's like in the 20s or 30s.
Yeah, there was
I think.
a radio announcer who just said that our defense looked like a Crimson Tide crashing against the other team's offensive line. So that's where that comes from.
That's exactly where it comes from. You think you're going to trip me up with that question?
Honestly, I was pretty sure that was it. But if I was wrong, I was actually going to defer to your judgment.
We would just edit that out and let him think it whatever. We should have told him some weird thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, elephants. Do you know where the mascot comes from?
Yeah, they said our offensive line was as big as an elephant or something like that.
Is that it?
I don't know. I really don't know.
No, I'm pretty. Now, I don't know if the university, this is why they chose an elephant as the mascot, but I think it's because it comes from a Groucho Marx joke back in the day. He said something about elephant hunting in Alabama was good because the tusks were looser.
Right, yeah.
Because of Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's where that comes
I've
from.
heard that before, too.
Yeah.
You know, we at one time had a live elephant mascot.
I wish we had.
Oh, no, you don't.
I wish we had a baby elephant.
Like, can you imagine? Like, you know, Colorado has Ralphie the buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, and they can hardly control him when he runs out. You know, and stuff. Can you imagine an elephant getting loose in Bryant Denny Stadium?
That would be a great story for Earth Oddity.
It would be awesome. People getting trampled and about. Yeah.
But there would probably be a Netflix documentary that came out and talked about how he wasn't taken care of.
Oh, absolutely. They're already trying
elephant abuse.
South Carolina's the Gamecocks. They have a Gamecock. Peter's been on them for years trying to get them. They try to get Mike the Tiger, who has LSU has a live tiger. An amazing enclosure it's in. I mean, it's the most well-kept tiger in the entire world.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic would dream of having a place like that.
Yeah.
And trying to get them to stop having Mike the Tiger.
Mhm.
You know, so used to Mike Tiger was at every game, but now I think he only comes to the games that he decides to get in the trailer for. You know,
Right.
like if he don't want to, he ain't coming. Used to, they'd get him in there for whatever. But yeah, so yeah, people are not big on live mascots anymore. I think last year Air Force, they have a Falcon.
Okay.
And it flies around like the Auburn Eagle does. Well, that thing took off out the stadium.
He just
It was gone. Yeah, it came back like a few weeks later.
If you're going to have your bird mascot fly, then that's just the chance you take.
That's exactly right. Well, that's like I've said. I think I said it on this show. Auburn lets their eagle like swarm around, you know, like it circles the field and then it lands in the middle. Like one day it's just going to decide to snatch a baby up. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. You know, it's just going to grab the baby. Because it's an eagle. And that's what eagles do.
It's going to be a good story.
It's going to be amazing. Imagine if you're the child that gets snatched up by the eagle before the game.
Maybe if you're
and
the
then
dad,
you grow
you
up
can
and be the star quarterback at Auburn.
Maybe you can spin this into I was chosen by
That's
the
right.
War Eagle
That's
to
right.
lead this team.
I'm now the quarterback.
Yes.
That would be a great story. Yeah. Even as an Alabama fan, I would be like, well, that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, also, I'll just say this. I get why some people are down on live mascots if they're not well taken care of, but most of these, I would say 99, if not all of them, have extremely good care.
Absolutely.
I've never understood why you think being in the wild and having to run away from predators and survive against Mother Nature somehow is better than just having literally all of your needs met for you.
But I have a theory that Disney poisoned all of everybody, like a whole generation of people, to think that animals are like loving and caring and all that, you know, and like they have personalities and they can talk even. But out in the wild, like it's pretty rough. You know? Like, unless you're top of the food chain, it's pretty rough.
There are, a few thousand people every year who die in the wild.
Right. Yeah.
On like camping trips and such because they weren't ready.
Or all the stupid, there's been videos constantly posted here lately of people messing with buffalo or bison now, you know? And bison.
Why would you do that?
They're not friendly people, you know?
They're not people at all.
Yeah, right.
They're bison.
They're bison, exactly. And they're large and they move really, really fast.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Any other calls?
That's it for this week.
All right. No, I didn't get called a sissy this week. That's good to know.
Well, John, I don't know about you, but I would love to thank of our patrons. And I would like to thank, especially by name, those who donate at the 10 or above tier. And they are Mr. Daniel Hedrick, Mr. James White, Ms. Jane Updegraff, Ms. Sherry Herron, Mr. Thomas Williams, the Dapper Man, Ms. Sharon Craig, Mr. Tyler Bond, Mr. Todd Glover, Mr. Derek Reeves, Mr. Chris Timpton, Jackie B., and the elusive Mike W., a.k.a. McWill.
McWill.
Thank you all so much for donating to the show. We're actually dabbling in a little advertising this week. So,
Oh, that's right. We are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's all because of y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, you're the reason that we were able to purchase an ad on another more popular podcast.
Yes.
To try to steal their listeners. Not steal, share.
Yes.
Right.
Because there's not like a limit of podcasts you can listen to on the internet. You can listen to all you want.
Yeah, that's right. There is no limit. So thank you all, one and all, Patreons. Thank you to everybody who listens. Tell your friends about us. Tell your family about us. Tell your enemies about us. Tell somebody about us.
If you would like to get in on this, you can go to patreon.com/Earth Oddity. We have several different tiers, but if you sign up at the $5 tier every single week, every week you get an extended show. And then once a month, you get an all-exclusive patrons-only episode. And it's $5 a month.
$5. Look, Lindsay, one of the things she said is she would love to be Patreon, but she wished her boss paid her more, you know? But really, I mean, like, $5 ain't a whole lot. Let's knock off a cup of coffee or something.
$5 won't buy you a Happy Meal these days.
That's right. Yeah. with the world's greatest fries. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're so expensive. So $5 isn't a month for a month. You're looking at a $60 commitment for the whole year. Is my math right on that? 5 times 12? No.
Yeah, 60.
That's right. It is 60.
Because 5 times 11 is 55.
That's right.
5 more is 60.
Oh, yeah, I'm not good at math. So yeah, $60 a year. We could do that.
And then we will take that money and we will plug it right back into the show.
Yeah, that's all we're doing.
And make it bigger and better.
I've yet to take a paycheck from this show.
Yeah, I have too.
Right. Tiny's actually in the deficit area. He's in the red on this show, okay?
But we've got big plans, and for that, we need your help. And we thank y'all once again so much for just helping our silly little show. It's almost like the little podcast that could.
That's right. That won't quit. The little podcast that won't quit.
That refuses to give up. Because weakness does not exist in this studio.
In this dojo.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, speaking of extended show, would you like to tease what's coming up?
I have an editorial from a lady who claims that feminism is bad for women in the bedroom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Written by feminists for feminists, which naturally meant it came across my desk as an ally to all females everywhere.
Yes. Have you ever wondered if you could glue certain orifices closed shut?
I've glued a deep cut shut before with super glue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Hurt like the Dickens. I'll never do it again.
I guess that'll about do it. You got anything else?
No, just everybody keep a positive attitude this week. Affect the people around you in a positive way to make somebody else's life better. That's really the only way you're going to get through life.
Right.
Yeah. You feel better by helping other people.
Well, you have been listening to Earth Oddity Podcast, and we thank you so much for listening to us, no matter where you get us, whether you get us from Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, CastBox, iHeartRadio, Spotify, we're on them all.
Yep.
If you would like to email into the show, hadn't got an email in a while, would love to have some of those.
What happened to our Canadian girl that was emailing us pretty regularly?
We hadn't heard from her in a while.
She sent us a picture, just went on the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can email us at earthoddity@planetmail.net. You can tweet at us on Twitter. We are @_Earth Oddity there. And if you like pictures, we post show art.
Oh, yeah.
_Earth Oddity on Instagram.
That's right.
But the best way to get in touch with us is our handy dandy phone number. What's that phone number?
It's 662-493-2059. That's 662-493-2059.
Also, you can text that phone number too.
Oh, that's right.
So we haven't talked about that, but anyone that wants to send us a text, you can text that number.
That's right.
I will get back to you eventually. Well, we hope everyone out there has an excellent week. Earth Oddity for the Fringe Radio Network signing off.
Love y'all.
Bye.
This has been a Very Odd production. Thanks for listening.